Welcome. Here is your daily information. 10 things you didn't know about the Beatles. Number 1. The Beatles used to live in a cinema. The Beatles didn't always live in the lap of luxury. At the beginning they lived in Hamburg from 1960 to 1962, but when they first arrived, they lived in a cinema. Lennon commented on his experience there: "We would go to bed late and be woken up the next day by the sound of the cinema show. We'd try to get into the ladies' first, which was the cleanest of the cinema's lavatories, but fat old German women would push past us." Number 2. Ringo wasn't the drummer for their first hit. Ringo Starr was the drummer for all the Beatles songs, correct? Wrong, he didn't play the drums on their first hit Love Me Do. In fact, session player Andy White stepped in whilst Starr was told to tap a tambourine. Their producer George Martin, may he rest in peace, thought that Starr was rushing into the choruses, so had White stand in. Number 3. The Beatles had other dreams. Whilst the Beatles reveled in their success as musicians, they also had various other aspirations. In early 1963, in an issue of the NME, the boys were asked to list their ambitions. Lennon's dream had always been to write a musical. He wanted to write about Jesus coming back as an ordinary person. McCartney fantasized about having his picture in the Dandy, and Harrison always wanted to design a guitar. Best of all, Starr's ambition was simply to be happy. Number 4. Is Paul here? Beatlemania was massive. Fans were throwing themselves at the boys and the hype was indescribable. However, in the very early days of this craze, screaming fans would turn up at Harrison's house in Liverpool, and he would greet them in person. Yet, despite his equal fame, the fans left when they were told no, Paul McCartney doesn't live here. Number 5. Ready to Rock and Roll. The song Yesterday apparently came to McCartney in a dream, completely formed and ready to record. The Beatle was so surprised by how easily it had come to him that he had to ask friends, "Is this by me or did someone else write it?" The song's catchy title, however, was originally called something else entirely: Scrambled Eggs. Perhaps it's a good thing that they changed the title. Number 6. A tin bath was used to make music. Yellow Submarine is one of the most iconic songs from the Beatles and was helped along by George Martin's engineers. In order to make the sounds of the recording seem genuine and to add some color to the mix, the engineers were instructed to find props for the song. A whole range of props were used, including chains, whistles, hooters, handbells, and even a tin bath. Number 7. The famed final chord. There are many famous moments in a number of the Beatles songs, but the famed final chord in A Day in the Life was actually played simultaneously by McCartney, Lennon, Martin, and the band's road manager, Mal Evans. They recorded it on 3 separate pianos and created the legendary final chord together. Number 8. Banned by the BBC. Do you think I Am the Walrus is an R-rated song? Well, apparently the BBC did, as it banned the hit, not for its anti-establishment tone, but for the word knickers that is used within the song lyrics. Number 9. Hey Jules. Whether you're a Beatles fan or not, we all know the song Hey Jude. Na na na. What a hit. But did you know that it wasn't originally written about someone called Jude? It was in fact initially called Hey Jules and aimed at Lennon's 5-year-old son Julian. Hey Jules, don't make it bad. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow and don't forget to subscribe.